you.
Hello everybody, and I'm Matt.
And I'm Kirsty.
And we're MK Clairvoyance, and welcome this evening to our show on SPTV.
Yay! Lovely to see you. So the program that we run today is a little bit different to the normal SPTV. Basically, because we don't just give out free readings. Oh no, we get you to work for them. And what we ask you to do is we ask you to either answer our question or ask us a question. And our question today is,
what does spiritualism teach us about our life, our way of life, or life after death?
Ooh.
A bit more philosophical tonight. So basically the way that it works is you answer that question in whichever way that may be. We will then give our response, and then whoever that person is, we will give a reading to. Or there may be something you think, you know what, I've always wanted to know this about a spiritual way of life. And you can pose a question to us. And if yours is chosen, the same is that obviously you get a reading. So as Kirsty said, you need to work for it.
So are there any hellos out there, Mr. Producer? Is anyone on yet? Or are we chatting to ourselves? Oh, that's good. That's good. Natalie Bennett, good evening to you.
Hello, Pamela.
Oh, lovely Pamela. How are you, darling?
Hello, Christine Moraes in icy Bournemouth. Very much the same in Kent.
Yes, I'll tell you, there's blooming snow. I'll tell you, I'm not happy bunny.
Hello, Michelle Scott.
Hello, my darling. Nice to see you. Oh, Angel Moon. Hello, beautiful soul yourself, my darling.
Hello, Kaylee Byrne.
Yep, hi. So happy you've got on
for a
change. Yay. Come on.
Hello, Lynn Taylor.
Hi, nice to see you, my lovey.
And hello, Bethany Resler Hill.
Hello, hello. Hello, Hesva. We're all splendid. Hope you are too.
Hello, Deborah Edmonds.
Hi. Hello, Stacey, my darling. Lovely to see you. Excellent.
So it's lovely to see lots of people who are on each and every week, but it's also nice to see some new faces as well. So thank you for joining us on this Monday night show.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Producer, with no further ado, have we got any questions yet, please? Oh, hello, Christine Davis.
Hello, Christine Davies. Nice to see you.
Hello, Janine White.
Janine White. Lovely. Hello, my darling. Alison Barton. Hello, my sweet. How are you, lovey? Eileen Mackie. Nice to see you.
Hello, Eileen.
Oh, with a very cute little dog there, Eileen. I wonder, do you have that song sung to you? Come on, Eileen.
I was trying to work out what the song was for Mackie.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
And the dog's looking like, yes, I know the answer to that one. Hello, Cool Games for you.
With a very bad looking... Oh, do you know what? I forget his name. What is his name? What's that fella's name?
Oh, I can't remember. It's out.
It's a great film,
The End Game.
Yeah.
Is it Thoron or Thoros or something like that?
I don't know. It's a great film, though.
Thanos. Thank you, Mr. Producer.
Yes. Yeah, great film.
So, just if you're just joining us, just a reminder that the way the show works is that you answer our question tonight, or you post one of your own, and the person who's chosen will give an answer from our perspective, and also in replying to your own. And from then, that's how the person then gets a reading. So our question tonight is, what does spiritualism teach us about our life, our way of life, or life after death? So very philosophical. I'm sure there's lots of things tonight.
There is, yeah. So come on, guys, don't be shy. Throw up your, let's have a little chat about it all. What does it mean? What does spiritualism mean to you? you know, do you believe in this life after death thing? Well, you must do because you're here. So tell us your views. It'd be really lovely to have a little chat with you today.
Hello, Julie Caswell.
Julie Caswell, lovely to see you and that lovely little cat. I don't know what it's eating. It looks like it's eating a gnome or something. I do hope that's not a gnome it's eating. In your picture there. It's a man in a suit. All right, it's a gnome in a suit. Yeah, it does look a bit, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, have you got any questions yet, Mr. Producer? Oh, come on, guys. We're waiting for these questions. We're waiting to fire away and sort of get these readings going. Hello, Michelle Dearlove Scott.
Yeah.
And she puts, everyone and everything that happens is teaching us. Very much so.
Yes, indeed. It is, Michelle. Absolutely.
So it's quite funny. I was writing some bits and pieces about this today. Is that, you know, everyone, all our environment, all the birds, the elephants, you know, nature itself, and everything that is nature teaches something. Just a little bit of knowledge, allows us a different perspective of life, and also gets us an appreciation of what's important and what's not. What do you think about that?
I absolutely agree. Yes. Lauren, hello. Nice to see you, my darling.
Hi, Lauren. Hello, Tracy Honey.
Tracy Honey, hello to you. Oh, Angel Moon, she's nailed it. Okay, spirituality teaches us that we should always try to be the best version of ourselves with harm to none and to be prepared to help others on their journey to follow your own path.
Most definitely.
Well, I totally.
And life continues to unfold all the way. It is my belief. And Julie Caswell's put, it's a Nigel Farage catnip mouse. Okay, I'm not going to answer that one. But going back to Angel Moon.
So it wasn't a gnome then, not quite.
So in response to Angel, as you're sort of getting yourself ready, you know, we should always strive to be the better version of ourselves. But we've also got to be realistic. We've also got to understand that, you know, we're only responsible for who we are. And life is one of a journey of development and understanding. So, yeah, so very good. And thank you for that, Angel. And that gets you a reading. And it's as simple as that for those who are thinking, how come she's getting a reading, I'm not?
Okay, Angel, my lovey. Okay, again, what I want to say to you, I'll just show you the cards that I'm using. I'm using my lovely goddess ones and my magical unicorns and my very old favourites, which are the Archangel Oracle decks, and they're all Doreen Virtue ones this week. So lovely, lovely. Right, okay, let me just pop them over there. So first thing I want to say to you, my darling, is that my interpretation of life after death is that nothing ever dies, we're all energy. Absolutely agree with that, my darling. Okay, first thing you've got is prosperity. Okay, and what this card is doing, it's telling you to stop worrying about any money coming in, because if you look at the horn, this is pouring out of it. There is money coming for everybody, but prosperity isn't just about money. It's about opportunities and all the wonderful things that the universe can give you. So I feel I need to say to you, stop worrying about what is actually the maybes, the ifs, the would-bes, and just know that it's all coming. It's all coming. I also want to say there's a question that you've been throwing up in your head. Just ask that question, and I feel you're going to have the answer to that very, very soon. Okay, and 1 second. Let's just choose you one more there. And I want to say again, stop the worry. This is all about worry. This is about learning how to relax. The power of love can help bullies and angry people be less afraid. I feel you've got to show somebody how it's done, because this links in with the Take Back Your Power card. And it's almost like somebody around you is being, I don't know, a bit grumpy or perhaps not as nice as what they could be. And I feel like you need to see that for what it is. This is about being frightened. Whoever that is around you is worried or scared. I don't believe for 1 minute they'd admit it, even if you told them to. So even if you came straight out and said it to them, but I do want to say, you be their light. You show their light themselves. You shine the light above everything that's going on around you at the moment. Take back that power. Understand that actually your choices are your choices. Nobody else dictates your choices for you. If somebody is ruling over you, you say, no, not today. All right, take back that power. Take and say, you know what? Admit and bring those amazing blessings towards you, because at the end of the day, you know what to do. So you can do this. You can do this. So everything is not as bad as it seems. Take back your power and allow the universe to just pour all that abundance on you, my darling, and just be, have a little bit more understanding with the people that aren't very nice about you, because at the moment, that not very niceness is coming from a place of fear, and it'd be horrible, I would imagine, just to live in that fear. So be the better person and show them how it's done.
That's very nice, dear. And thank you for that, Angel, for your contribution. And you've added, my interpretation of life after death is that nothing ever dies. We are all energy, most definitely. And energy never dies.
No, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't.
So, any more hellos, please?
Hi, Ashley. Nice to see you.
Hello, Ashley. Hello, Shelley Hawkins.
And a beautiful picture, Shelley, of a load of lovely trees where you are. Oh, that's really lovely.
Hello, Kelly McKeating.
Nice to see you, my darling. Thank you for joining us. Lacey Ma, lovely to see you too. Oh, lovely Sam Pert. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you. Come on, Sam, show us what you're made of. Answer our question, and you might just get a reading if you're really good.
He'll know that because he's psychic.
He will. He's probably got it all here waiting to download.
Stacey Shaw says it teaches us how to be patient, and it don't matter if it kills us trying to be patient, because we can party on in the new heavenly world.
I could just imagine that, Stacey. Yeah. Having a good old wiggle to the beat.
It teaches us how to be patient, but does it teach other people to be patient? Yeah, and do they need to own a bit of that patience themselves?
Here comes the question. How do you differentiate your intuition from your own thoughts, or knowing it's your intuition and not if it's your own thoughts? I've wondered this, if I've worded this correctly. You have, my darling. For me, what you're saying is the difference between intuition or spirit, putting words into your mind, which is called clairaudience, or against your own thoughts. That's to me what you're saying there. Please, if you think something different, then don't be frightened to pop on and let me know. To me, that's a really simple question, because what that means is it's kind of like, if it's your own thoughts, there'd be some sort of train of thought there. There'd be a connection that flows into that thought. Sometimes your audience just pops into your head, quite literally, out of nowhere. Sometimes that can be songs, sometimes that can be words, sometimes it's just a feeling, but it's always positive or for your higher good. So that also is another little clue.
Okay, so Kaylee, have a grandmother figure who comes in, slightly rounded to the body, wears glasses, got really high cheekbones, and sort of have a really lovely smile about her. Very endearing character. As she draws close, I feel with her that I'm struggling for my breathing, and I feel that passing was very quick after the symptoms sort of started. I also feel with this lady that she's impressing upon me sort of problems with sort of feeling quite drowsy and sort of not able to focus, and I feel that she's impressing that as a condition with yourself at the moment. I also feel with this lady that I would have carried a lot of the world woes on my shoulders, and I try to fix everybody, but it's not always possible to fix situations, but I always tried my best, and I always tried to look after the family. With this lady, I've got the traditional sort of frying pan for the chips and everything, and I've got it sort of like with the oil inside and sort of like a net thing that you put in for there. I've also got the smell of sweet peas, and I'm also being shown daffodils around her as well. I'm being taken to the 3rd of May. Now I want to give a day. It'll either be on the day or 2 days out of sight. So I'm going in those first days of May. And I'm also going to the 16th of July. And I'm also going to the 27th of February, which is obviously in a couple of weeks for an anniversary 50-year passing. I need to say to you, it's about you trusting your own intuition, trusting what you feel and what you're getting at the moment. Now, I need to say to you, you are very clairvoyant. You see within your mind and you get images, and it's about that becoming stronger. But I also need to say to you, trust your gut feeling, your intuition. And when things don't feel right, then trust it and do it. And the final thing I need to say to you is acknowledge, just like a sunflower, that you stand proud. You give off lots of love and lots of kindness and lots of enjoyment, just as looking at a sunflower does also. And I just need to say to you, trust that things are going to get better, and you no longer need to do this. I can leave that with you. Thanks for working with me.
Oh, that was lovely. Nice one. And so thank you, Kaylee. And that is as simple as it gets, guys. For those of you that are wondering how to get a reading today, you just answer the question or ask a question. Boom. If Mr. Producer chooses you, then you got yourself a reading. Hello, Mr. Ooh. Or is it Mrs. Melissa O? The lovely big smiley face.
Oh, Hazel Harrison.
Oh, Hazel, my darling, please don't ever apologise for being late. Thank you for joining us, full stop.
I'm just going to get to the grandmother to step back a little bit, because all my words getting all over from the last reading.
I wasn't sure he's talking about me then. Lindsay Cato, nice to see you, my darling. With your lovely purple angel. Abby Donaldson.
Hello, Abby Donaldson.
Nice to see you.
Hello, Sabrina. And Sabrina says, hi, this is a kind of spiritual question. I'm going through a spiritual awakening process called the Dark Night of the Soul for almost 4 years. I'm wondering if you know when it's going to end. Okay, to me, that spiritual awakening is the beginning of a process, and it is the start of the actual process as opposed to a series of events. When we go through events that happen over a long period of time, then we need to look within of why those things are happening and what it is that we need to shift, mend, or to deal with. Now, this could be a fear. This could be a behavior that keeps happening within ourselves. But I do feel that this is very much within you. What sometimes happens is that we also create blockages on our spiritual journey by things that are happening within our life. So in answer to your question, obviously Kirsty's going to give you the reading in a second, but I just need to say to you, there is healing to be done.
I'd actually like to know what that process called the Dark Night of the Soul is. I'm going to hold my hands up. I haven't got a clue. Maybe it's something that I've heard of, but just worded completely different. So to me, that would assume, I would assume that you're kind of working with, I don't know, the darker side of you, your shadow self. Some people call it your shadow self, whereas it's the part of you that has the not so pleasant aspects going on. Things like I don't know, insecurities and jealousies and all that kind of yucky stuff that we all have to deal with. Yet it is so valuable and important to go through and understand that, because it is actually telling us something about ourselves. So if it's that, great. If it's not that, that'd be really interesting to find out what that is. So, Sabrina, I want to say to you, first of all, you are an amazingly emotional, deeply emotional, and very intuitive and in touch with your self soul. And I want to say that you have to understand yourself a little bit better. Be aware that everything in life has a cycle, absolutely everything. And I want to say that includes your energy levels. So please be aware that your energy levels, sometimes they are depleted at certain times, of whether it's your energy levels of your body, cycles of your body, energy levels and emotions. That's what this card is saying. But I feel like I need to say to you, be aware emotionally as well, because sometimes by talking to other people, they can accidentally or deplete your energy levels. As I look at this card, it feels very much, I mean, if you look at that, very, I don't know if you can see it, there we go. It feels very much like a kind of spiritual awakening, with all this blue for healing and this lovely purple in the background. But I want to say to you, I feel like I need to say to you, make it more of a dance. All right, because it's been going on for so long with you, that in itself is exhausting. When you feel like you've had one thing, you've dealt with one thing, in comes something else, and there it goes. There's the cycle all over again. So I want to say to you, dance, see it coming. Dance it. Know that every time you sort that little bit out, it's gone. Even if it means the whole part of the problem hasn't gone, that little bit has gone. So this is, I feel like I want to say, rejoice and make that sort of a dance, and honour yourself, because this is about, honouring yourself full stop. You are an amazing, wonderful human being who has these amazing depths of emotions, and you're going to do so much help. And I feel like I need to say to you, this phase, this tail end of this, because I do feel there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not going to tell you when, because that's not for me to tell you, because that will depend on when you're going to work things out. If I say to you, well, that be done in 6 months' time, and you don't do the work you need to do through those 6 months, because you think, oh, well, I've only got 6 months, that's going to destroy it. So I'm not going to tell you when it is that it's finished, but I am going to tell you this is about just allowing yourself to think happier thoughts, and know that it is coming. The end is, you must get a tickly nose. My nose, I'll tell you, they're tickling my nose, something rotten. All right. And I feel this is a lady in spirit. Again, I don't want to bring people through, but I do feel this lady is quite persistent, and I feel like she's coming in on the grandmother level. All right, so I'm asking her to step back, because Matt's doing the mediumship tonight. I'm doing the psychic stuff. But I want to say to you, think about happier times, times that make you happy, times that make you smile. Think of those wonderful memories, and just relax and enjoy in those. Know that this is a mean to an end. And I do feel that you're going to teach this somehow, pass on this information, pass on this knowledge somehow that you're getting. So please keep that arms and heart wide open. All right. I do also no, I've got this clairvoyance card come up for you. This is Archangel Raziel, and he's allowing you to see the love that is in the world at the moment, and they want to bring your spiritual sight open more, so you can see clearer lots of things and the reason behind things, because there is always a reason that things happen, as you well know. So I just feel I need to say to you, darling, just awaken fully. Allow this process to happen, because you are going to be an awesome teacher when it finally finishes blooming out of you. And I do want to say blooming, because it might be a blooming nuisance, but it's still blooming. Okay. And you are like this beautiful blooming flower, just opening up, ready to receive all the love and the wondrous good stuff that's coming your way. So stay positive. It's gonna be all right, my darling.
And the final thing I want to say is just sit in the silence, have a pen and a piece of paper, and just write down what you hear from the guidance that's coming to you based on what Kirsty's just said. So thank you for that, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Okay, any more of those, please, Mr. Producer?
Hello. Aha. Oh, I've got to go. I was working early tomorrow. Thank you for all the light you bring to people. Sam, my darling, thank you. You are an amazing, beautiful, wonderful soul. And this lovely, lovely man, he's got a lot of gifts here, and he's got a lot of love to share. So big up to the lovely medium, Sam Pert. Check him out.
Kelly Burns put, thank you both. Matt, this is my great nan. Thank you very much. Nice to hear. Thank you very much.
Oh, Kaylee, that's really nice. Oh, the trees are in Puddle Down Woods in Dorset. Do you know what? It's even got a really cute name. Puddle Town. How cute was that? It sounds like something out of a kids' programme. Beautiful.
I wonder if I'm not sure because it's round about there. Is that the Toll Puddle Martyrs, perhaps?
Oh, I don't know.
I know that's Dorset way, but Sabrina's put, thank you so much.
And good morning to Australia. I kind of didn't see who that was because it whizzed past a bit quick for me, Mr. Producer. I was too busy chopsing. Aha, Kelly Rocket.
Hello, Kelly Rocket.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us.
So Sylvia Freestone says, good evening and God bless. My spiritual experience let me know I am never alone. Gratitude is everything.
Oh my goodness me. Yes, I totally agree. I am doing, I'm trying to do count the days of gratitude that I'm doing at the moment. And it's really not difficult to find lots of things to be appreciative of. I made snow angels today, but don't tell anyone. It was a bit of a job to get back up, but it was totally worth it when sitting in that snow. It was lovely because we got loads of snow here.
Pamela's put, spiritualism means to me no more hate, but there is love and peace to discover oneself and inner peace.
Oh,
very much so, and very much the case for yourself, Pamela.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Stacia Hansen.
Okay, how do you grow your gifts with everyday life? My darling, I want to say practice. Sit in the power. And what I mean by that is sit quietly. Allow spirit to draw close. Make sure that you are protected in a bubble of love and light. Call in your guides. Ask them to step forward. Ask your angels to step forward. And sit in the light. Sit in that power. Or meditate. Just quieten your mind so they can get in. And once you start to learn and hear and see, just keep practicing it. That's it's as easy as that.
And from there, I think that deserves a reading, don't you?
Absolutely.
So, Stacia, I have a grandfather figure with yourself. I probably want to put him about 5'8", 5'9" in height. I have heart conditions with him. I feel very thin to the body. As he draws closer, I feel that my passing was very, very quick. I also feel with this gentleman that he was buried and not cremated. And I also feel that he's got a smaller headstone that almost feels like an arch sort of shape as opposed to a traditional sort of headstone. I also feel with this gentleman, very stoic, very sort of meaningful. And I would have been one who would stand up for the family, would have stood up for my beliefs and stood up for who I was. He's making me aware there's been quite a lot of tears around you, and he's making me aware also that there's been a lot going on. He says there's been lots of worry, there's an upset, but he wants you to put all that to one side, and he wants you to start to bring the happiness in once again. And he says you're going to find that by being in the woods and in nature and reconnecting. He also needs you to be grounded because your head's going all over the place. He's also making me aware that you're waking up roughly about 2:45, about 3:10, about 4:30, and 5:25. So you're waking up halfway through the evening. And you've been having a lot of experiences where you have been smelling lots of cigarette smoke and tobacco, and the lights keep going on and off. So acknowledge that your loved ones are trying to get in touch with you. I also feel there's a motherly figure that's around yourself also, and they also want to be acknowledged. And the final thing I've got is a black and white dog, roughly the size of like a sheepdog, that's here and would have had a kennel outside. So all of those want to be acknowledged, and just say to you, your true strength comes from your heart, and it's your heart that now needs to recover, needs to feel, and needs to reopen. And I can leave that with you. Thank you for working with me.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Thank you so very much. And what a beautiful picture of a lovely sunflower as well. Hi, Heidi Spicer. Hello to you, my darling. I hope you're okay.
Nice to see you.
And B, what's your take on pushing to live our best lives but releasing judgment? I feel like it's a practice you have to work at until it's a habit. Well, pushing to live our best lives, absolutely, always. Releasing judgment, yeah, I think that is a practice that it is probably. I wonder if that ever really truly leaves us, because we all make a judgment of some form, and I think it's about. You're right, just allowing that, once that you've acknowledged that judgment, just letting that judgment go, because we have to kind of we're kind of almost made to be judged, to judge things, for example, whether things are right and whether things are wrong. When we were little, it's kind of ingrained in us. So yeah, I want to say, yeah, just for me, it is probably will always be a work in practice, and I don't. I try really hard not to do judgment. I'm not judgmental. I'm pretty open. I'm accepting. I accept everything, if I'm honest. As long as it's every person that comes towards me, I have. The only judgments I make in that respect are positive ones. But yeah, I would say it definitely is a life's work and a continuous habit for that, Hanby. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I always like to use the term work in progress, because we're human, and we're, although we're earth angels, as some people say, or spirit living a human existence, to quote another saying, we're still human. And as a result, we're here to learn. We're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect, me included. And to sort of try our best. I was reading something today about there was a spiritual law, one of the principles in America, and one of their principles, a bit like the 7 principles we have in the UK, is do unto them as they would do unto you. And it makes it sound initially like, that's quite a negative thing, that it's sort of karma, you reap what you sow and all of that type of thing. But when you think about it, if I give out good, I'm going to get good back. And even when things are thrown at me, I can still sort of say, right, I'm still going to send that love and understanding, because that shows that I'm a better person, and also makes me understand where I stand. Now, as I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes as well, and there's things that I say, and I've got to be answerable for them, just as you do, and sort of Kirsty and everything else does. And the final thing regarding releasing judgment is sort of saying, we will always judge, again, because we're human, and we'll always be self-critical, because we have our flaws and everything else. And it's human nature to look more at our negatives than what our successes or our better qualities are. But the work in progress is about acknowledging all of that, but working not on improving just on being a better person, but also not judging ourselves and be so critical of ourselves and looking for the beauty within.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to echo that. I want to say that again, just in case you missed that, Hanby. It is also about not judging yourself, because actually you're quite right. Most people do, on some level, if they can kind of conquer the majority of the time with other people, it's always themselves they're picking on. So agreed. Right, Hannah, I want to say, oh my goodness me, you are so busy at the minute. There's just too much going on. My head it feels like it's going to explode. I've got stuff going on left, right and centre. I want to say healing. First of all, you need to get some healing. All right. This is about bringing in the peace. This is about bringing the love. But I want to say sound healing. I feel like You know, you can get these wonderful things on sort of YouTube now where a lot of people do these. They record the sound baths and the sound gongs and all the wonderful singing bowls and everything. I feel like you've got to sit there and do a meditation, or just allow YouTube to play these noises to you and allow it just to help heal you. First of all, you have to simplify your life, though. You have to start delegating. You have to start allowing people to help you along the way there, all right? Because you're very independent. I'm very aware that it's easy for me to say, oh, you know, delegate, but it's careful planning. And what I mean by that is about, can it wait till tomorrow? Can it wait till the next day? Can it wait till next week? And start prioritizing that way, all right? If you can't delegate and ask others, but that suggests you can, all right? So ask for the help, but please do. And again, another card, the very same, simplify your life, all right? Go out into nature as well, you know, suck up all that nature that love has, you know, the love of our wonderful Mother Earth has brought forward for us. I feel I'm very drawn to the animals on this card, so that tells me I feel like there's a connection there with animals for you, whether you want it or not, because sometimes we get stray cats and things follow us home even if we don't want them. But I do feel that you've definitely got a wonderful link there with, you know, beautiful animals. And I want to say, even not just the sort of the, you know, you get this little run, they call it run to the litter, don't they, where, you know, it's always the little, it's more than just a big love for the ones that are the downtrodden. It's the whole, you know, the whole thing. And I certainly feel that you've got that connection. I also want to say to you, your home is your castle almost, and that's what, if it's not feeling like that, that's what it needs to feel. Somewhere you can sort of feel safe and comfortable in. And at the moment there's just too much going on that, and it feels just too busy within that. All right. I also want to say to you, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind from other people. Again, clairaudience. All right. And this one is this is telling me about just listen also to that voice on which way to go, because I feel also this is to do with your intuition as well. You know, not just clairaudience, but it's claircognizance, clair knowing. And this is about not just the hearing the loving voices in your voice, it's also about knowing. You know, trust that instinct that you've got. It's a really good one. And I feel that what you've done is you've kind of ignored it in the past, which is why it's not always worked out for you. Finally, you must have been asking a question, because what you're asking about is true. So I want to say, but see the light within that situation, and know that it's all, I mean, to me, this beautiful flying horse is smiling. So I know there's a positive resolution that you're looking for there, and it's going to work out, my darling. I hope that was okay for you, my lovey.
Thank you for that, Hanby.
Yeah, thank you, my darling.
Any more hellos, please, Mr. Producer?
Okay. Yeah, I did wonder why we couldn't hear you for a moment, Mr. Producer. I thought you'd gone off then.
Okay, so Angel Moon's part of the question. I acknowledge that when I'm meditating, headaches can be normal. However, after passing messages, how to get rid of them, plus that airhead feeling. Any thoughts, guys?
Grounding. That's the first thought for me.
Yeah, plenty of water. Ensuring your feet are firmly on the ground.
Yeah, imagine little roots coming out the bottom of your feet and push them right into Mother Earth, and imagine them going down so deep and kind of, you know, sort of holding on to the core, connecting on, allowing Mother Earth to hold those roots nice and tight to keep you down. Another way to ground yourself is to eat something after you've done a reading. As Matt said, drink water, stamp your feet, because that airhead feeling, that is because you're not fully grounded from that. And the headaches, well, that can often mean that you're not shutting down properly. If you imagine when you're doing meditation, all your chakras open in order to connect in with that beautiful divine love and light. If you imagine like little doors, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there, and all the way down, and shut all those doors after you've meditated, particularly this one, all right, around your third eye here, that and this one up here, this will hopefully stop those headaches, plus also drinking water.
Very much so. So thank you for that, Angel Moon. Okay, any more questions or hellos, please, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, thank you for joining us so much today, Angel. It's lovely to hear from you. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Producer, you've gone all quiet again.
Right, Bethany Resley Hill says life after death means you move on to a better place and you see your loved ones. Watch over people that you care about. To me, it's knowing that they're there somewhere in the universe. Most definitely. So do you want to answer that and I'll tune in?
Okay. So life after death means you move on to a better and a better place, that you see your loved ones. Watch over people that you care about. To me, it's something that's knowing someone in the universe. Absolutely. I agree. I don't actually, I know that I use the word death, but I don't actually agree that there is actually even a death. I believe it's life after life. Because it is just energy and it doesn't die, pretty much as somebody else said earlier on today. And I do, a better place, I agree, a better place where that is where you go when you pass over to the spirit world, and they see your loved ones greet you, and yes, they can be watching. I believe it's like almost like a parallel universe or another kind of it's difficult to explain fully. It's just a touch away. They can see us, they can feel us, they can hear us, which is what we can. But also, again, then you're preparing and looking after yourself as well, and recovering from this life in order to then, if you choose to, move forward to the next life. But yes, I agree with you, Bethany.
Okay, this is strange. This is something I've never had before. Rather than the person coming through, I've got coming in first. I've got a dog, and it's a very small beige dog, really, really small dog, but it's so yappy and he's barking his head off. And I do feel that this dog is around the house quite a lot. I do feel that there are other animals that you have at home, but I'm very drawn to the corner of the house where the door is, with this dog and everyone looking into that corner. I've also got a young girl here as well, and I would say she's probably about 9 or 10 that I have as well, with lightish hair. So I've got that, and right, I just keep hearing the song, a ring a roses, pocket full of posies, tissue tissue, we all fall down. And I just feel that with this young girl, she's sort of saying that things have been tough emotionally around yourself, certainly from the month of November of 2020 until now. I do feel it's been a difficult time for yourself, and it's very difficult to sort of hold on to that belief that things are going to get better. I also am feeling that the dog is around you for protection. I don't mean anything nasty is going to happen. It's just there to sort of reassure you that everything's okay and to give you trust. I also have now coming in a very, I would say, a grandmother figure. She would be a 5'2", 5'3" in height. Her eyesight was fading towards the end, but she still didn't wear glasses. With her, I would put her slightly rounded to the body. I would say she's late 70s, around about 78, 79, that sort of age. And I'm struggling with my breathing, so she would have gone there. She's also putting upon me is stomach problems, which to me is a stomach condition or cancer. And also, I'm got lots of pains around the middle of my shoulders and my neck with yourself. I just feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I just need to say, you know what, it's time to let that go and to start look after Bethany. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working me.
That's really lovely. Absolutely. Time to look after Bethany. How beautiful is that? So thank you, Bethany, and thank you, Mr. Groggy. You need some Lemsip or something, Mr. Producer. You all right?
Yeah, if you could send some healing to Mr. P.
Oh, bless you. Oh, you shouldn't do that again. Yes, yes. Hello, Bridget. Nice to see you. Hello.
Joe,
How are you,
Mr.
my
Mrs.
darling?
B.
Mr. and Mrs. B. Joe. He's already said it now.
Ashley, it was lovely early. I saw a baby bird looking for food, so I went out and threw some bread out for it. As I was catching, a beautiful robin came down and looked at me. So lovely.
We have to say, we love robins. When we go for a walk in a local area that we walk in, there's this little robin. Every time he follows us around, I'm not kidding you, he just literally, there he is, and then we go along, and there he is, he pops up somewhere else, and he pops up. They are just adorable, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. That's really lovely, Ashley.
Yeah, very much the messengers of spirit and the angels.
Yes, it's gorgeous. And they're really, really fluffy and chubby at the minute. It's fluffy.
Melissa O says, I was recently told through a message from Spirit that I'm a natural healer, not just by healing with hands. I'm wondering what this healing ability is and how I can use it to help others. So if I answer this and you get yourself ready, I need to say that, you know, we can heal in so many ways. It hasn't got to be contact healing. It's not got to be spiritual healing, Reiki, or another modality. We heal on a daily basis by just our words, to ask somebody if they're okay, by taking the time to listen to people. They're all forms of healing. Yes, we might say they're going to professional aspects of counselling and things like that, but just having the time out that we can sort of sit down with somebody and ask them if they're okay, you know, mop up the tears, and that is a natural healer to me. And I won't put what I think, because Kirsty, I'm just going to give you a reading.
Okay. All right. Okay. First thing I need to say to you, Melissa, is I feel like I want a bit of a detox going on. So I don't know if you've had, because I've got the chakra cleaning one come up for you. The chakra this is about just starting to look after your body a little bit better, whether that's getting plenty of sleep or exercise, eating the right foods, not eating sort of any rubbish, drinking lots of water, not too much caffeine, you know, just giving yourself a bit of your body a bit of a break. But also you can ask Archangel Metatron to, and that's Archangel Metatron, sorry, I didn't say that slowly enough, to just basically cleanse your energy and your chakras. So call him in to help you. Now, it's funny you should talk about healing, because look what card I pulled. I don't know if you can see that, because we've moved the camera in a different place today. And what it's saying is that this is about a past life situation. So you have been a healer before in your past life. So this is one of the reasons why it's so natural for you to be a healer. You probably find you're doing it already, my darling, by talking to people. You know, they probably come up to you and they will tell you their life story and a few comforting words, and they go skipping happily off, and you'll feel wonderful. I do feel like I need to say that's probably also why you need a chakra clearing, because if people are doing that to you, then they're unwittingly sort of dumping their not so pleasant energy into your energy, if you see what I mean, without getting too technical. So I feel with yourself, this is a case of just making sure that you look after your energy. In the shower, for example, in the morning, if you have a shower, just imagine the shower to be like a silver white and cleansing all around you, and it just removes any of the negativity. And just imagine and putting that bubble up again, a bubble of light. As long as love and light only lives within, then that will be fine, and it will, and you believe it will protect you. That's exactly what it will do. And it can be any color you want. You can ask also Archangel Michael to come in and help protect your energy. I know, very interesting. Well, I tell you what, Melissa, it wouldn't pay you any, it'd pay you to look it up on the internet and start having a snoop around and see about protecting, grounding, and and healing. And I think it's definitely. I feel like there's something also you've been waiting for at the moment, because it's saying your patience will be rewarded. So again, I wonder, yes, I'm aware that once you start to have a look around on the internet and decide what you feel is right for you, find your own truth. Because, a lot of people say, oh, you should do it this way, you should do it that way. But it's really, really important that it sits right with you first. And I say this over and over and over again. It's, take what you need from everyone and throw the rest away. All right. So, go and find out what you need to do, and enjoy the journey, because, this is where it starts, my lovey. This is where it starts.
The other thing, just to finish off there, I'm drawn to equine healing with the horses. Don't know why, but I'm taking that with yourself, Melissa. Okay, so moving on. Any more hellos, please, Mr. Producer?
Okay. Oh, Eileen Mackey, to be kinder, more loving towards others, respecting others' views and opinions too. Nice. That's really lovely, Eileen.
Hesval puts, life is about learning. I think it teaches us to live life to the fullest we can, and to love and respect ourselves and others. Most definitely.
That's lovely. I wonder where we parked that camel.
I don't know. I hope it's on double yellows. So, Ashley's put, spiritualism, I believe, gives us hope that this is not the end. When our time comes, that one day we will be united again.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. So, it's my turn, isn't it? So, do you want to answer that one first?
Yeah. There's no answering to that, is there? So just dive right in. I agree with you, Ashley. It's beautiful.
Okay, I have a grandfather figure with yourself, Ashley. I feel like I'm going on father's side of the family. I don't feel very tall with this gentleman, probably about 5'6" in height. Slightly rounded to the body, a little bit of a belly, but not massively. I also feel with this gentleman, I want to smile all the time, and this gentleman makes me want to smile. I also feel he's got very endearing qualities, and I also feel very relaxed around this person. I don't feel he was a person who would tell you what to do. I don't feel grumpy at all. I just feel very much settled in my own self. I also need to say to you that, he's making me feel that he's coming in for yourself, because there's been lots going on that you need to have that wonderful smile put back onto your face. And I need to have that smile and that connection with people around, because I feel like there's a little bit of pushing away a little bit. I also feel that my emotions have taken over a little bit, and as a result, those emotions sometimes become too powerful, and I need to be aware of those emotions. Again, similar to someone else tonight, I need you to be more grounded, to have your feet firmly on the ground, and decisions I need to make around water. Important decisions, because I'm very much taken to water with yourself. I'm also being taken to the back garden and being surrounded by flowers, smelling the flowers. And I feel this gentleman had a good connection with flowers, because get the sense now of like different flowers. I'm giving you a pink rose just to say to you, you know, you're very much loved, but love starts within. And that's where I want the healing at the moment. There is emotional healing that needs to be done, and this takes time. And finally, I need to say to you, I just need to take off your nose, give you your nose back, and I just need just to have really silliness. I'm being given whoopee cushions and all sorts for you, just for being a little bit silly, a bit crazy, and not worrying about what other people think. And if I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely. I love you, Ashley. Lovely. That's right. Philadelphia. Okay. Right, Mr. P. Anything else you'd like to put up there for us? Okay, Michelle, dear love Scott, I have learnt to be grateful for what we have and not what we don't have. We've always be honest and loving towards others, minding your words, as words can be a tool to hurt. Oh my goodness me! Never the tongue's a sharp beast. You're absolutely right there.
And I think from a, I think from a,
I just completely threw the cards everywhere there.
I think from a spiritual point of view, it's important that we understand that, you know, words can hurt, but also words should be uplifting, and that we use those words to guide us, but also to put us more optimistic. And, you know, that goes for mediumistic messages, that goes for our own words. And perhaps at times we just all need to check in and understand the words that we speak are affected very much by the person who's speaking's behaviour, the way that they're feeling at the time. And sometimes, unfortunately, we can project our own feelings on others. We just need to be mindful of that.
Okay, Michelle, I have to say, you have got some wonderful cards coming up. I don't know if you saw me while Matt was talking. The cards went everywhere, and I just kind of flung them out. And rather than pick all of them up, the one that kind of was faced up was this one, and this is prosperity. And the universe is pouring its abundance out to you now. Be open to receiving. There's a little bit in my head that says, oh, I don't know, has it got a catch? You know, do I deserve to have it? There's all that kind of stuff. Tell them thoughts to do one, because you do deserve all this. I feel like, again, you're another one. You've jumped hurdles over and over and over again. Life has been a bit like one of the races where you go over the hurdles over and over again. And I want to say to you, the time for that is ending, because check this one out as well. A bright future. I want to say, stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. But it isn't just that. This is about, it's going to be more than fine. I feel like there's some real wonderful opportunities. And I want to say 2 really good opportunities coming towards you. I feel almost like there's been a lot of darkness around you, and now that sunshine's coming out. I am aware that as you see the smile on this lady's face here, I'm aware that you make the most of bad situations, but sometimes those situations just pull you down. Even you've had enough. All right. And I want to say, stop worrying. It's all going to be fine. Just let all that worry and anxiety go. You've got so many gifts coming your way. You know, I certainly know it's more than money. It's about various different loves and friendships and fun and happiness. I even want to say, prosperity, as in career-wise prosperity, and opportunities coming towards you. It's all happening, all right? Because even the elephants are laughing their heads off in it. Yes, that you have jumped hurdles. I have to say, Michelle, I think you've had to remove the blockages in order to be able to. I want to say you've worked hard to get to where you are, and you are deserving of what is coming towards you. So So fling them arms open, my darling, because it's all been worth waiting for. But I also want to say to you, had you not done that work before, you wouldn't have been ready for all the abundance that's coming towards you now, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you had to put the hours in and do whatever it is that the universe has kind of given you to deal with. And I'm not worried anymore, doors are opening. Well, I want to say, my darling, keep doing that then. If you're not worried, keep doing it, because that card said there was worry there. And maybe this is worry about how long it's going to last. Don't even go there either, because you deserve every single tiny little bit of sunshine that's coming your way, because you've I want to say you've earned it. All right. The only other thing that I would say to you is again, I want chakra clearing with you, and this is calling Archangel Metatron, asking him to cleanse your chakras, cleanse your energy around you, and being aware that this is for a spiritual purpose, because I don't know if you do mediumship, but I certainly feel if you do, it's going to clarify even more. And I want to say, if you don't, you will be doing it. So it's moving forward with that. But I also want to say, this is also about your heart and your heart chakra. Keep that open, keep that, all that hard work you've done, removing those blockages and stuff from around the heart. I certainly want to say you've had a bit of a past to get to where you are, which is what makes you an awesome medium. So keep up with the great work, keep cleansing and all that wonderful stuff. Call in Archangel Metatron to help you. And I do want to say it's going to get madly busy soon. So focus on your priorities, your highest priorities. All right. And I feel like it's almost going to take you a little bit by storm. So focus on your priorities and ask the angels and spirit to just come down and help you get all that in order for you, and just keep them arms and that heart open, and it's going to keep pouring on you, my darling, because you absolutely deserve it. And I want to say, keep up that cheeky sense of humor. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you for that, Michelle. Any more hellos? Natalie Bennett's put, I have sensed spirit around me for a while now, and I seem to get an awful lot of headaches that won't go for days. Is this linked to the sense of spirit? So from my own perspective, I need to say, similar to what we gave out before, which I'll go back to, that, if you're getting lots of headaches, it means that you've either not shut down properly. So what we sometimes get, if we've been working late and we forgot to shut down in the morning, we have a thumping headache. So, if you're doing a lot of spiritual work, and that's getting you quite tired, that can give headaches. Do you want to add any more?
Yeah, sometimes when you suddenly become aware of a lot of the spirit and the energy around you, it can almost be, if it's a relatively new thing for you, what can happen is it's almost like it's a bit too much for your energy, and until it settles down and you kind of get used to it, sometimes that can bring headaches and that. I don't know if you just said about the water, didn't you?
Yeah, I won't go into too much, so I'll give you a chance to speak.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, just drink plenty of water. Just allow that to help. Because water's magic juice, as far as I'm concerned. It may not be the tastiest, most wonderful thing, but it's so good for us on many levels. I want to say that. I also want to say, make sure that you shut down your little doors, as I've said before, on your chakras. And for me, last but not least, just make sure you get enough rest and look after yourself.
Okay, so Natalie, I'm aware of a lady who comes on a motherly vibration. I don't feel very old. I certainly feel like I've gone sort of mid to late 50s. I've got blonde bobbed hair. I like to have a fag. I do feel that you're smelling cigarettes around. At the moment, when this lady was here, she liked to comfort. I've got slippers on and everything else. If this lady was a little bit older, then she looked younger than what she was, but I feel that she's also very young at heart. She sort of goes very much into herself at times, and she very much is very much a reflective lady. She would have just sat there, she would have weighed things up, and sort of, you know, decided from a distance of what she thought, and would then step in and make the decision of whether she agreed with it or not. But she wasn't one to, I don't feel aggressive with this lady. I don't feel that, you know, I'm sort of, my bark's worse than my bite. I just feel like I'm really relaxed and really chilled. Now, she's come in, as well as to give you the love, is to acknowledge that she's been around you. And with her, I have stomach problems, which I said before was sort of cancer or stomach conditions. I also feel with her that, you know, she was just quite content in her own self, and she enjoyed her own company. But equally, if someone popped round, you know, she'd give them a cup of tea, she'd sit them down, you know, and she'd make them feel at home. I feel like I'm in a flat or a very small house, but I feel more of a flat type. I feel now as it draws closer, I'm going more on a grandmotherly level. And I just need to say to you that you're never alone. There's times recently you know you've felt alone, but I just need to reassure you from this lady, you're not alone. I also need to give you a golden retriever with this lady also. It might have been hers, but she's shown me a golden retriever. And I also need to say to you, there's a ring of this lady's, and I need to give you Mother of Pearl as well. And the final thing is the message for you. You are the person who is the source of their own destiny. Now, people always believe very much that destiny, that your life is very much set out in a certain way for you. However, you determined what unfolds in the future. It's not already predestined to happen. And what I mean by that is, from this lady, is that although people believe that things are set out and going to happen, just by changing our mindset and changing our beliefs and changing what's going on up here, changes what's happening in the future and what unfolds. If I can leave that with you. Thank you.
Oh, bless you. That's lovely. And thank you very much, my lovey. That was really nice, Natalie. Sounds like my nan, she says. That's lovely. Excellent. Okay. Right. Heidi Spicer says, do you ever go through phases when you block everything, signs, feelings, etc., and how do you come over this? Heidi, do you mean when you deliberately block it yourself, you try to block it, or is it when you just get the you don't want to sort of do it, or do you think, or is that like a physical, emotional block? I'm not really sure what she means.
Okay, I take that as being a blockage, that you're not receiving the spiritual messages that you want, or the sense that spirit around. And the answer to that is you can block it if you want something so much. It's almost, we describe it as like squeezing of a straw, and you squeeze the point of where nothing can flow through it, and as a result that you don't get the messages that you want. And it's when you are really trying hard for a particular person or a particular type of message, you affect all your senses by trying too hard for that one thing.
You've got a previous message to this as well, Heidi, which is actually a really good point. And the fact is that you've been doubting what you've been getting and what you believe in and stuff. Now, to me, the doubt is more of a questioning, and it's really healthy. It's healthy to question your beliefs. You are not the same person that you were when you was a toddler, up and running around causing mischief, I shouldn't wonder. And I feel that you are obviously, you've changed as you've grown from a child to a teenager, and as you get sort of older, you are not the same person. So why would your beliefs be the same? So for me, if you're finding that you're questioning it, I've heard them to send me evidence, a pile of boxes for, yeah, to still question it. Right, okay, this is fine, darling, this is fine. Because what I want to say to that is that it's healthy to question. If we don't question and we just accept, that's where we go wrong. All right. But once you kind of got that connection up with spirit, that's most of the time it's not what you question. I don't know about, me and Matt have been working for way too many years, and with the spirit, and we still question now. There are some days when we feel a bit tired or a little bit sort of rubbish or whatever, unwell, under the weather, all this stuff going on in our lives, that we may not have done the mediumship as well, because I don't just do the psychic work, I am a clairvoyant medium as well. And there are times when it doesn't work out the same for us. There are times when we do struggle to get the right evidence at the right time, and so it is absolutely okay to question things. Where I would be very careful is just being too hard on yourself and noticing that actually, you know what, I'm having a bit of a day, I've got this going on, and just keep building up that, knowledge with spirit.
Sure, God, by the way. And
I know, it's cheeky, isn't he, eh?
Yeah, just agreeing with everything Kirsty says, really, Heidi. There'll be good days and bad days. There's lots of factors to take into account, and this goes for mediumship as well. And, mediums that are on here will understand this, that, if there's so many factors, you might be too tired, you might not be feeling your best, you might feel ill. There's lots of different things that come into it. It's not just simply, I'm going to get it or I'm not going to get it. And the other thing is, if you imagine this being a card, if you say, well, that's a card, and you take it as being a card, then basically you're accepting it. When you start to say, well, it's not a card, and so I want something else, and they give you a card again, then Spirit are sort of saying to you, rather than just sort of, we're giving you all the answers, and you're just asking further questions, there has to come a point of where you accept also.
So that really boils down to, is it belief, as in believe in yourself, or believe in them? And is it questioning them? So I think you already know the answer to that, because I want to say you have the inner wisdom card. Now, I know you know. All right, there's loads that you know, and I want to say this. It sounds really cryptic, but I know you know. I know you know things. You don't know why you know them, but you just know. All right, and that is the sort of intuition I want to say that you need to start using. Get yourself out of the way, okay? Because sometimes your mind does work too hard at that. Listen to what your heart says, listen to what your intuition says, and you can't go wrong. All right, and just be the advocate as well sometimes for yourself. I.e., if you are being too mean on yourself, imagine that you're talking to somebody else. Would you allow that sort of talk to somebody else? Would you say that to someone else? If so, don't say it to you, darling. It's not fair. All right. I want to say again, there's some worries going on here. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. All right. Actually, I do want to say connected as well. I feel like I need to say to you, bless you. I always want to know how I know. Darling, sometimes we can't know how we know. We just have to know, if that makes sense. Because I do the same. It's trusting that instinct, trusting that voice, trusting that gut feeling, that heart feeling, whatever you want to call it, that intuition, whatever you want to call it, that's what you have to trust. But you just know. And I want to say to you, you know, dawn of all this wonderful stuff is starting to make, you know, starting to come through now. Once you start to believe more in yourself, this is when things are going to start really happening for you. I've got, if you look at this lady here, she's holding a bow and arrow, and this is about setting clear intentions. All right, make sure you set your intentions, like, don't get all wishy-washy on them, you know. Say exactly what you mean, bring forward exactly what you need, and and again, that, I want to say that, oh, look at that, look, I just said that, and look at that card, crystal clear intentions. So yeah, it will all be worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. I want to say also, this is about, you're actually a really spiritual lady. You've got lots and lots going for you, but I do need to ground you more, because I do think that sometimes you're a little bit away with the fairies, and sometimes you're mucking about a bit too much in that respect, and other times you're kind of worrying a little bit too much, if that makes sense. It's getting that sort of balance right. I do want to say that you are a very emotional, deep emotional person, and I know that we're not allowed to go to unless you live by the sea, which would be really handy if you did, just to allow the sea to go and sort of sit by the sea for your exercise, stand by the sea for your exercise. If not, do some visualizations on the sea. Go to you know, YouTube and see. They've got lots of moving. I was going to say moving film then. How old am I? Lots of videos of the sea coming in. It's not VHS. What's the other one that used to be? Betamax, that's it. Behave yourself. There's lots of videos of the sea and how it's moving. I feel like you need to have some of that sea just to help. I do mess about too much. Oh, no. You don't mess about too much. This is just around, you know, this is around the spiritual work in that respect, because that messing about, I want to say to you, is a bit of a cover, isn't it? It's a bit of a protection. I'm sorry if I've given your game away. You're one of the people that takes one to know one. You muck about because sometimes it gets awkward or uncomfortable or all the rest. Okay. Oh, you do live by the sea. Fabulous. So you know, try and absorb as much of that sea as you can, my darling. And you know, this will help bring in those wonderful sort of happy thoughts and allow it all to help move forward. You have got so much to give, my sweetheart. Just allow yourself to you know, believe and trust in yourself, and get that balance right of yourself, and you know, do keep this your mask. I know it is, darling, because I'm afraid I'm with you on that one, and I have to keep my mask under control sometimes, because it's good to muck about a lot, but sometimes we need to be, you know, taking things seriously. And I do want to say you've got lots of gifts, lots of spiritual gifts that are developing and coming forward. Just allow them to come forward, and trust in yourself, my darling. I know you trust in spirit, but it's you that you need to trust in. You got this.
So thank you for that, Heidi. And just one last thing to do with the boxes. Do your own paranormal investigation. So go into the room where the boxes have fallen down. Think, right, okay, is the window open? Is there anything that they were piled upon that could have made them fall over? And if the answer's to no, then there's your answer that it was spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Disprove it yourself. Absolutely.
Exactly. So, yeah. Arlene Polino, hello to you.
Hey.
We're Okay, Tracy Honey's put, I've got a question. My light in the bathroom keeps flickering. It's been doing it again for 2 days. Is this spirit trying to tell me something? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a true story. I don't know if it's on the web, on the Facebook page, but we did last night. We did a service to a church in Kent, and in the middle of the service, all the lights flickered on and off. So, you know, flickering lights is one of the common signs of spirit, but it's not the only sign.
Yeah, what they do is they manipulate the energies, and they can turn them on and off. Now, again, I kind of want to throw you back to what we was talking about with Heidi. This is about proving, you know, your evidence. Be your own sort of, find your own evidence. Now, what were you talking about for one at that moment when they were flickering? Think about what you're talking about. Is it something that you need verification from? Were you talking about whether they were around you? I also want to say, you know, does the bulb need changing? You know, go to the grounded, down to earth things first, all right? And once you have disproven that, then you know that unless it's an electrical connection, which obviously you know you can get an electrician in to deal with, then it could be spirit, because they do muck about with the lights all the time as little signs, don't they?
Yeah, there's a program on Netflix at the moment. I'm not trying to sell Netflix. I can't remember. It's all about life after death and proving that death, you know, isn't the end of a life. And third or fourth episode on there is an organization in America, and they actually validate, or did validate, mediums, which was the I think, is it Forgiving Family or something like that. And basically what it is people who have lost loved ones, they come together and how they can connect themselves without the use of a medium, and they learn the skills. So check that out. And one of the stories within there is you see the video of the lights going mad, and you know, so that's interesting. But with yourself, I feel very much drawn to a father figure, and I feel with this gentleman, probably 5'9", 5'10", very thin. I feel clean shaven. I also feel with this gentleman that, you know, I would have had a lot. I've been a very clever gentleman, but I do feel that towards the end, because I was struggling to try and think what I was saying, is that his memory was affected a little bit. I've also got pains around the heart, so I do feel that there was a heart condition towards the end. I also feel with this gentleman that he had quite large feet, and I certainly feel at least a size 9, size 10 in shoe. I also feel with this gentleman that, you know, I was quite charismatic, I was quite distinguished. I feel like I've got a chisel jaw, and certainly would have attracted the attention of the ladies because of my height and because of the way that I am. But I also feel that, you know, I would never tell you what to do. I would always allow you to make the decision yourself. And the decisions I want to say to you is trust your own intuition. Trust what you're feeling and trust what you're getting. Because your intuition never lets you down, has never let you down since about the age of 13. Now, if you're not spiritual, I want to prove this in the sense of where you've just known things, where you've sensed that things aren't right, you need to get out of places. All of those, like you could call them your psychic sort of tools or whatever else, which your main sort of sat-nav, your intuition inside. I need to also get you to trust what you feel, your emotions. You're very much clairsentient, and you do feel and pick up on people's emotions, but sometimes you've mistaken them as your own feelings. Now, this gentleman is trying to push you on your spiritual journey because you've been getting these signs for quite a long time. The motherly side of the family is where these come down from, but they're getting quite a lot of signs, but every time you almost talk yourself out of it. And I need to say to you, somebody talked tonight about an awakening. This is like your awakening. This is your time to start expressing things, start to feel things, and starting your journey progressing. And I want to say you are very clairvoyant. You see within your mind lots of images and lots of things, and you see people have gone before you. Now's the time to start believing that and embracing your gifts and taking them forward. And the final message I need to give to you, you've got this. Whatever's going on around you, stop doing this, hope that things are going to get better, because they are. And things are already starting to get better. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Oh, that was lovely. I had to check what he was doing with it. All I saw at the corner, Mum, stop doing this. I wonder what he was doing. So I'm glad he was crossing his fingers, put it that way. So I hope everybody's okay out there today. We've got, have we got a few adverts there, Mr. P? Ah, the lovely Jane Morton, oh, the psychic counsellor. She is amazing, this lady. She's absolute sweetheart as well. Really down to earth, really lovely lady, fantastic medium. So just pop on and see her tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Same time, same place.
And it's that fortnightly visit back to America to see Ricky and Thailand. They're on at 10:30 UK time, 5 o'clock sort of Eastern time. And other times in America also. Yeah,
readings with a sparkle. So lovely boys, lovely boys. Yes, so thank you so much everybody for joining us today. We really, really appreciate you popping on, because again, we wouldn't have a show without you. And we always have a nice time when we come on and have a little chat with you guys.
Yeah, very much so. And Kerry Simpson just said hello everyone. Hello to you.
Hi, Kerry.
But unfortunately, we're at the point of where we're having to say goodbye. So thank you for joining us, as Kirsty says. Hopefully, we've answered all the questions. We connect you to your loved ones. Oh, that's good.
Lovely.
Please take their love with you, and never question the love of spirit.
Yeah, and please do come back again next week and have a think about some more questions so we can have a little chat with. That'd be really nice. And oh yes, and tomorrow morning, if you're not busy and you fancy having a little chat in sort of person on Zoom, if you like, with other like-minded people, feel free to look us up on MK and MK Clairvoyance, that is, and you'll find a Zoom link for a coffee morning. That's 10:30 till 12 o'clock tomorrow.
UK time.
Yes, UK time. I was just gonna oh, that sucks. I'm from the States and it's still early here. Kerry, I am so sorry, darling. I really wish that you could come and jump on. Okay, go on then. We'll have a quick card. Quick card there, Kerry. Go on, Kerry. Have a card.
So it's still early, so it depends on what part of America you're from. So
okay. So it says here, my darling, your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupant. I want to say, my darling, you also have been doing some work on yourself, and I feel like I need to say to you, this is about self-love. I'm seeing the little love as around your head. Don't take any nonsense from anybody, but also don't take any nonsense from yourself, my darling. All the other people around you are still, there's stuff going on that has been going on for quite a while, and that's why I feel that, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel is coming forward. So keep being positive. That's a really strange thing. I've got, if you look at this here now, this is a Vesta, and she's got like a cookie pot there. Now she's from Kentucky. From Kentucky, right? Okay, so I thought she was steaming her head. So I don't know who it is that's got problems with their sinuses around you, but I feel make sure you get them, sort of to help their breathing or their sinuses. A bit of steam as well, my darling. All right. So please stay positive. Keep looking after yourself, and know things are going to start to improve if they haven't already. So thank you very much for joining us, and even that ridiculously early hour that you've come on with.
But as we just said, I don't know if you came on just after that. Obviously, we've got Tyler and that tomorrow at 10:30 UK time. So,
Yeah.
In America, sort of Eastern time about 5:30, Central time about 4:30, and Pacific time about 3:30. So
yeah.
lots of opportunities.
Readings with a sparkle. Yes, so thank you very much once again for all joining us today. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and look after everybody else as well. All right, without taking too much on your shoulders.
Yeah, and take care, and look after yourselves over the next week, and we'll look forward to seeing you at 8 p.m. GMT next week for another Matt and Kirsty. For now, take care, and God bless to you all.
Yeah, take care now. Bye.